Alrighty.
Like we're finally getting into it.
Good luck, have fun, try hard. This is gonna be one hell of a match. And we're taking turns back and forth.
Looks like both of them timing here a little bit. Okay, Vince going for some spins once that timing is done.
Summer J, that's not great. But did you have a quad there after that spin? And ooh, a bit of aggression from Summer! And that is giving the first round to them. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, that's pretty good.
Vince a little bit too misdroppy there to start. But doesn't matter because it's a new round here. And Vince starting with that perfect clear into some fancy all spins already. Well, SUMM3RJ is at the top of their board, does have some back-to-back, but still Vince continuing this pressure here, forcing SUMM3RJ to break their back-to-back as Vince misdrops as well.
And someone takes an entire board, which gives them 2 quads. They dig through a little bit of it, which is mostly triples. And this is why I really want to see this matchup specifically happen. Because both these players, one of the most active achievements on the leaderboard for Quick Play 2 is all spins. They love messing around with the spins. So we're going to see some big back-to-backs and some big back-to-back stuff here in this set. And a lot of goofy spins. Their skills are both very similar to each other. So this is exactly what I wanted. Now currently though, we're just digging.
Yeah, I mean, even with the digging, you can see, like, Vince is just doing all spins like it's nothing. It's just, at this point, it's just as easy as T-spins.
Yeah. It comes as second nature to them, just like T-spins. And look at that. Speaking of T-spins, Vince with quite a few of them. No, he goes for J instead. But Summer completely neutralizes everything.
It's doing a nice job to downstack all of that pressure, make it down to the bottom of their board, keeping up that all-spin magic as always. SUMM3RJ not doing too bad for themselves, does not have as big of a back-to-back. Forced to try and downstack at this point as Vince is building up that back-to-back, but does have to break it after some misdrops.
Someone was on the ropes there, but no, with a J-spin, they're down and out. An overhangless from Vince. We are seeing just so many beautiful combinations of spin sequences, and I love it!
Both players just pressuring so nightly. I feel like neither of them have really been in a difficult position, just back and forth at this point. SUMM3RJ does have this nice back-to-back right now, and Vince with some misdrops, getting a huge spike. Trying to downstack, does not make it out in time!
Wow, okay, that was the first really difficult spot there for that round that we saw, and Summer does get that KO. Beautiful, beautiful spike there. Beautiful surge with a follow-up. But Vince is definitely capable of overcoming moves like that.
Yeah, it's only been 2 rounds so far. Obviously, it is too early to count them out, and right now they are doing a nice job pressuring here. Does have a slight lead in the back-to-back department, and is doing a fin.
Did you see the
fans? I assume. See the what?
Vince did a fourth. He did a fourth position kick. I think what it's called. It's like the.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know the name of the kicks, but I think we might be having some internet issues here with SUMM3RJ, given they are completely frozen right now.
Oh,
they are finally back in action with a 26 surge.
What am I doing?
Making it time to survive.
Oh my god!
43 spike.
And Vince is alive. How? What just happened? Australian internet moment, but it's not enough! The internet buff does not save them, and Vince somehow clutches that up! We had a combined 50 back-to-back between the two players thanks to desync, basically. Huh? We weren't too far off with the 92 and 44 prediction earlier in the warm-up!
Well, that's what happened in the warm-up. It wasn't a prediction, it was just a matter of...
Oh, you're absolutely right. That did, in fact, happen! We're tied up at 2-2. Oh, my heart can't handle it this early on! Someone actually did just use their zone. That is beautiful.
Vince is starting this round with some mid drops, is trying to do some all-spin magic to get out of it, does make it back to the clean here, has a lot to work with again with these mid drops. is able to fix it fairly nicely, but I feel like they're miss-shopping a lot more than I typically
They had
see
it!
them.
You did it! You did it, Summer! You did it! You performed the ice spin, but then you undid it again!
That is the worst feeling, when you have the spin and then you undo it.
Yeah. Oh, I might need to see a doctor for blood pressure after this one. Oh, and wow, that's a big, that converts into a win? Hello? The aggression from Summer.
Yeah, that was, I'm not sure what Vince was thinking there, but just did not have an attack ready to cancel there, and yeah, Summer just ties it right back up.
We've gone from very one-sided matchup to a very closely matched one, and that's what I like to see. Nice
Yeah,
ice spin from Vince
plays.
there. Oh my lord, okay, he is just farming.
He's just going for that action, still going for all spins every second they can see it. And SUMM3RJ just too high up, not ready to tank that huge surge spike as Vince takes the lead back.
Near the 26. Wow. This is the thing though, we're just seeing weird spins and I love it. It's just goofy. I love two goofy boys. Both players building back to back. I wouldn't expect anything less. Summer though maintains the Vince breaks. Yeah. Nice overhang was there from Summer. 16 now.
Starting to build that advantage at this point. Vince needs to start speeding up, trying to catch up. Looks like Summer does break there. Is not able to do too much, but Vince with their own miss-shops might cost them.
He found the T-spin in that. He actually got down to it. Okay. Vince's miss-drop did not result in a loss like you might have expected. Nice T-spin there at the top of the board for Summer. A little bit greedy, but it does work out. Lovely little Z-spin set up there.
Huge pressure looking for that T-spin, but cannot get through in time, and Vince kills with the spike.
Unfortunately, Summer does not manage to get to the spins in time. Prioritizes the S-spin, and it does result in a death. Oh, a nice little combination there of spins, but Vince with two PCs in a row just looping at this point.
Fourth or third? Oh, cannot pull off the third there. But does keep back-to-back that whole time, I'm pretty sure. Has an advantage on split, but is dropped. Oh, no.
What? What's on that board?
That is a crazy board state to win off.
What is... Alright then.
Absurd, but that is absurd, but that is Vince for you.
It was to me it reminded me like the Godspin setup, I think it is what it's called, with the floating two Minos there for a moment. Yeah, that was quite fun. What is okay?
Speaking of
and this
floating,
what, they get two spins out of that as well. But can they dig through this to access the wall? No, they cannot. And Vince is tearing ahead here with a 7th win. I'm sorry.
After keeping it close, some were just losing. I think that might have been 4 or 5 in a row at this point here, struggling to get anything as they do deal with misdrops. Vince is starting to pick things up. They'll start this round with a very clean board state, has a lot of pressure potential here. SUMM3RJ is forced to break and now needs to find a downside with this misdrop.
Yeah, no, that misdrop was pretty deadly there, and it did cost them the round, especially with the break there. That break definitely cost them. But now they need to turn this around. They need to sort of pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Set up for a cross here. Quite clean. Now both players with back-to-back. Again, wouldn't expect anything less. Vince here, though, with a lot more output. Nice fractal there at the top of the board with a spike as well. Misses the J-spin. I believe that's meant to be a J-spin of some kind. No, it might have even been a misdrop, honestly. Nice prophecy there. But Summer has kept their back-to-back. Meanwhile, Vince has thrown it away down the toilet. Doesn't matter, though. 10 seconds later, they've got 10 again.
Yeah, it just swaps just like that. Summer is trying to catch up with these back-to-backs. Vince does have a slight lead, but is also cheesed up and has their own misdrops to deal with. Does manage to cancel it, but still sitting at the top of the board. And Summer gets a huge spike, still not enough to kill as Vince is still alive and makes it down to the queen in time.
Unfortunately, just Summer didn't capitalize. Summer didn't follow up with a spike that would have ended that with a win for them. And now they're even, I think, at a deficit here. They've kept that back-to-back, both players breaking, and now we're basically neutral here. But some with a lot more potential on their board. Vince needs to access some wells, starts to dig through this.
To break, and then the eye misdrop that covers their well gives Summer the win they need.
Rico in chat, I think just jinxed Vince. Talk about a commentator curse, never mind.
Chatter curse.
Jack curse. Wow, okay, that is a lot coming out of Vince's board.
Summer has a very clean board state right now, just keeping it nice and clean. Vince is down stacking through all of this cheese with all of that all-spin, but cannot keep it for long, forced to break out of it. SUMM3RJ trying to build their own at the top of the board.
I like their option to go for that spin there, that Z spin. It's very creative. And Vince setting up for a C spin here. Does find it, has a Z spin to clean up the board at the top as well. Meanwhile, Summer at the bottom and has back-to-back. Builds a nice fractal there, looking for that second T piece. Doesn't get it, instead goes for the S piece, but it results in them tanking a lot more than they bargained for. Yeah.
Yeah, a little too greedy there, giving Vince the chance to get that killing blow. And now Vince only needs 2 more to move on and win this set.
Beautiful. Oh, beautiful double spin there. And another C spin incoming from Vince. But Summer, I love that setup. I love it. But they do break. They do break their surge. Ooh, okay,
it's
Vince
misshopping though. Yeah, could not clean that up in time. I think they need an eye piece to get out of that. Did not have any in their queue. And with that, Summer gets another win in the books. They're slowly bringing it back. Don't call it over.
Summer choosing to tank there a little bit, and I think that was the right play with the 21 spike, but Vince cancels it all. The difference is, though, that Vince no longer has back-to-back. Summer, though, with 11. Oh,
does a nice job keeping that back-to-back. I wasn't sure if they were able to find a way to do it. Might be forced to break here at the top of the board. Indeed, they do, but it's enough to kill Vince regardless.
I'm surprised that was enough, to be honest, because that didn't seem like it would be, but I think Vince was just getting a little too overconfident with those eyepieces on the left. And unfortunately for them, they go down. But of course, Vince needs a lot less here to take this round, take this set. So, they're not going to be as worried.
Yeah, Summer does have the momentum at this point, but obviously only 2 wins is what Vince needs. And right now they are doing a nice job pressuring here. Are dealing with a little bit of cheese, but regardless, finding a good way to pressure, but does have that misshot with the Z piece on top. Meanwhile, SUMM3RJ is in a pretty clean position to keep their back-to-back.
Vince, that's not a fractal, and unfortunately, you're going to be dropping another round. Summer brings it within 2.
Slowly bringing it back. I think this is like, what, 4 wins in a row at this point? They got that Aussie spirit for sure.
The momentum seems to be shifting slightly. Attitudes changing. Stress elevating. Spikes coming in. And back-to-back is being built. Oh my god! The C-spins are being set up. The children are weeping. 15 back-to-back going to 17. They break with a 31 spike. Oh my lord! Vince goes down.
Summer now 1 away from tying it right back up. It was such a huge gap only a few minutes ago, and Summer has done an amazing job getting win after win after win.
Oh, the ice. Vince is farming back-to-back here. 4 spins in 4 lines. And now both players waiting for an opportunity. Who's going to be the first one to find it?
Is going for all of that all-spin. SUMM3RJ is at a surge deficit at this point, trying to find some way to get them to break. Vince does finally break here. SUMM3RJ does still barely survive here. He's sitting at the top of the board, but does make it back down to their clean and is now in a pretty good position to start back-to-back.
Vince breaks, but it's not enough. A 25? Where did that come from? Hello there.
Vince is fine. Completely fine whatsoever here.
We're going back and forth ping-ponging with this back-to-back advantage. Vince breaks, and how are we neutral after so much attack being outputted in the form of surges?
Right now, Summer does have a lot clean to work with here. Vince sitting pretty low on their board here. but is still doing a very nice job up stacking. Does have the surge advantage at this point. Does have the donation, but into a miss drop. Still managed to keep the back-to-back, but then another miss drop breaks it as SUMM3RJ is going for some all-spin magic, trying to keep this back-to-back and gets a huge spike, but it's not enough. That miss drop might do it.
Oh, we're tied up. The
We are
comeback
tied
from
up,
Summer here.
folks.
It's a first to 2 now. Os, get ready. I think these players are going to output so much. They're going to output so much attack that you're going to cause server damage. Good lord.
We might get the deuce, folks, unless, I mean, if SUMM3RJ keeps playing like they're playing, they could just win with 2 more wins here. They do have a bunch of wins in a row and all of the momentum, but obviously Vince has been in situations like this before. They are doing a very nice job with this clean, do have a slight back-to-back advantage, continuing to do all of their all-spin, and SUMM3RJ is sitting at the top of their board, but does send a huge spike to Vince.
Someone neutralizes the whole thing. This round is incredibly important because this round will basically set the tone for their mentals going forward. The momentum hinges on this round. Whoever wins is going to have a sincere advantage in the mental game.
Vince is misjumping at the top of the board, does manage to find an out here as Summer also sitting at the top of their board. Right now, Vince sending a huge spike. Summer just barely surviving. Cannot get out of it, and Vince finally breaking their losing streak to get it to match point. Just needs 1 more.
Vince winning an incredibly crucial round here. This set is as close can be. But in saying that, Deuce is looming. The combination speeds from Vince to open up the well.
What the hell, Vince? Okay, he just barely managed to get out of that insane position, keeping this back-to-back somehow. But Summer is still relentless with this pressure, keeping that back-to-back going. Does miss up there, putting them in an uncomfortable position as Vince has a huge surge ready and sends a massive spike here.
Summer's alive! With the speed, they're alive! They exit the well with a T-spin single!
Oh my god, she barely survives that.
How is Summer alive?
Freaking out on Summer's behalf. Vince is still pressuring here. Summer still barely clutching it. Oh.
Both players sitting on 10 back-to-back, 11 for Vince, just barely ahead. Summer sets up for a ballsy STSD. They break back-to-back, but Vince maintains it. This is deadly for Summer with a C-spin outputting attack from Vince's board. Vince with an ice spin instead of going for the quad. Oh, Vince's break is going to be absolutely disastrous for Summer's board.
This is not looking. 31 surge advantage. And
Vince waiting for the right time to break here.
Vince has so much clean still. Still ready with anything. Oh, I think it might be over, folks. I don't know how Summer is gonna live this. They do finally break here. No, they don't.
No way! No way! No way! How do you win that? How do you come back?
Are you kidding me?
What the hell?
We are now at deuce, folks.
How did Summer survive a 40 back-to-back and then turn around to win? My voice is gone!
Was ridiculous. Now we are at deuce here. Vince sitting with so much cheese on their board, does have that surge, but forced to break it as they downside.
Summer's take is insane! Into a 25 spike! They take up the road 22!
Speechless. What are 2 rounds?
How are we here? How are we here right now? What is happening? These players are breaking what I thought was possible. Vince with multiple misdrops, but as a surge to counter it, and now Summer takes the lead. 10-11.
The first
Match
lead
point.
they had since the beginning of the set here. Just needs 1 more, and they're gonna manage to get a huge comeback and a huge upset.
Oh my god. Summer surviving there, managing to find an out, but with a back-to-back deficit, this is not great for Summer. If they want to win this set, they're going to need to do a bit more than that. And that's what I'm talking about. Vince, alive and well though.
Both players keeping it clean right now, but I feel like anything could happen at any moment, and I'm just waiting for something crazy.
I'm waiting for the ambulance. I think I blew a blood vessel. Oh,
Honestly, same.
What the hell is going on? How are we here? I don't understand it. How did that just happen? Someone did literally what I thought was impossible.
I still can't comprehend that
The ice
match the bring it to
Vince with 2 ice spins, he just sees them like it's nothing.
Summer has that surge advantage at this point here. Might be forced to break. Does finally break here. Sends Vince up, but Vince missed jumping at the top though. Forced to burst to get out and just barely make it.
And someone's gonna drop it back to Tide.
With Deuce again.
Ah! I need to relax because I will not be able to commentate the rest of today if I don't calm down.
Deep breaths, deep breaths, Wiley. Oh, Vince
with a misdrop!
Barely survived though. Summer does have this back-to-back chain ready to send at any moment, and they do send a nice spike, but it's not enough to kill Vince.
And look at Summer's speed advantage! This is monumental for their output here. It's why they're in the position that they're in. Nice down take there into the 15-21 spike, and Vince seemingly unprepared, but accesses the well!
Barely managed to cancel all of that attack. SUMM3RJ not able to get the killing blow. Still has a really clean well right now, and a lot of attack prepared as Vince finds their way down through all of this mess.
Vince with the ice spin again! I don't know how you see those! It's incredible! Bro's internalized the most difficult kick table in the game, and yet it's not enough! Summer digging down, accesses the well into a spike of 16, 19! Vince also sends their own spike, but a missed drop and a half, and Summer can capitalize on this!
Summer needs to find a spike right now!
Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
Just one again. Oh my goodness. This is insane.
Oh, we are at Deuce. We are on Deuce, gamers. It's alright, everyone relax. And now Vince under fire. Fine, everything's fine. Everyone relax, relax. It's fine. Oh.
I don't think you're relaxed, Wiley.
Everyone just needs to chill. Everyone needs to chill, okay? Oh. Vince with the break
mentioned, but yeah, miss drops there, forced to bring out of it. SUMM3RJ is dealing with a not so clean board right now, does make it down. Vince, in the meantime, is starting to build that back-to-back again. Sent a little bit high, but has that STSD ready with a huge 32 spike. And sent SUMM3RJ so much clean, and SUMM3RJ missed up.
The ice spin to stay alive!
Not enough! They cannot get that O piece over, and Vince tying it up again. Deuce again.
Did I not tell you at the start that this match will be everything we could ever hope for and more? The players, please end this madness. Someone finish it off. Vince with a 31 spike, but Summer unfazed. Barely 2/3 up on the board.
Vince does have that back-to-back advantage now, but SUMM3RJ just bursting down to the bottom board, making it down. Vince just keeping this all-spin going. Still not something finally breaks out of it. SUMM3RJ getting sent to the top.
And now for the first time since we let the Deuce
now.
For the first time since Deuce has started, Vince in the lead and he just won. Summer now needs to win basically 3 in a row. Oh my god.
I'm breath here right now, Wiley.
I'm losing it myself, mate. Quick, I think it's not just over for one of these players, but maybe for me as well. Vince with a 27
It might be over with Summer as...
Summer's out! And that's gonna be the game! Vince, for the first time taking Deuce, tears away with it!
Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous showing. Their stats are near identical. Oh my goodness, both 192, 193.6 PPS, 3.6